go. Boom.
Help. There we go.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Cheers,
Apparently,
everybody.
he had to get a little bit of wine to get the week started, and
Just to get it right.
Just to get it right. Yo, this is
end this year out right.
End the year out right, because this is Savage AF. Savage AF, which stands for, in the first 5 minutes, always friendly.
Yeah.
Always funny.
Savage,
always fantastic.
Yeah.
Always fanatical.
Our motto is forget your feelings, facts matter. So
Facts matter.
But we love to give our opinions too, based on facts, and sometimes it's based on emotion. But that being said, Savage AF, man, forget your feelings. I'm your boy Black Pedro,
and this is Shang.
Oh, Shaky Chang. Savage AF. Savage AF, we're here for you live on YouTube and Facebook, Monday through Friday, typically. Okay. Sometimes shit go down 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically.
Yes, typically.
Should you ever miss us live? Slap yourself. Just slap yourself.
Wait. I want you to take your whole arm right here and bash it into your face, because you are a bad person and you deserve pain and suffering. But if you're, I was going to say, if you're a good person, if you're a good person at heart, if you saw a little pigeon fall in the middle of the road and you ran in the middle of the road before the car squashed it, then you better than me, because I definitely be like,
you would have squashed that pigeon.
That pigeon be dead as hell. But if you are one of those good people, what you need to do is go to the thing that's scrolling down there. I see you see it scrolling. I see you see it. I see you, motherfucker. I didn't say it.
That's
I see you, motherfucker.
That's our YouTube page, youtube.com/savage/C/Savage AF World. Right. All one word. Yeah, go there. All our shows are archived. Also, we're on the Facebook.
No, before you go to the Facebook, when you get there, there's some important shit we got. I know we do this all the time, but it's, for new people, not the old people, the new people. Here you go. The bell. If you ring the bell, you'll feel much better. Okay, so ring the bell, and also tell it before you go to the Facebook. I'm telling you, this helps our algorithm.
About to get cut out,
the thumbs up.
My computer is frozen though.
Oh, whoa!
I think it's about to die out on me. Yeah, I'm not getting any response. I got a frozen screen. Nothing's responding, and it usually does its own little shutdown, reboot.
Are you plugged in?
In a bit. I've got plenty of battery. I don't know why it keeps doing this.
And Pedro's gone. So, Savage AF, for the people that are still here, he'll jump back on. I want you to know, what's up, JRA-NYC? When am I coming to the East Coast? In February. No other Miranda. What up, though? Oh, that's that Detroit stuff. Y'all can, you know what? Detroit is filled with, no, I'm not going to say nothing. What's up, Queen B? Queen B with the little eyes popping. Waiting on Pedro. Pedro come back in. But Savage AF, now the other thing you got to do is when you check out our page, do this part. Do that. And if you don't do that, then you smell funny. You smell like if you wipe your butt and you didn't wipe it well and you let it crust up, that's how you smell. You smell funny smelling people. Oh, okay. No other Miranda. Filled with us beautiful, fine women. I think that's Pedro coming back. I'm not sure. Pedro might have been abducted. What's up, Sandy? Pedro was abducted. We got Pedro back. You know what? I'm glad I made the call. I called some of the brothers. I said, Pedro got kidnapped. He's back now. It was a close call. I thought we weren't going to get him back, but he's back. Right, again. And I meant that about If y'all don't check us out on these different programs and these platforms and this different stuff, I'm telling you, it's like you never wiped your ass before, and your ass is gonna smell like 1,000 hobos. That's what it's gonna. Yes.
Yeah,
Happy Kwanzaa, Queen B.
If y'all don't start following us, and if you're not spreading the word, I'm gonna start setting up elaborate traps like Home Alone outside your house.
By the way, again,
you
Violent Night, one of the best Christmas movies ever. Also, we're not done there. I know we said a lot of stuff. Now you do the Facebook, Pedro. Now you do the YouTube first, and then the Facebook. Let them know about the Facebook.
So make sure you guys on Facebook, man. If you look above my virtual head here, you see the word, you see the title, right? Savage AF. But
up at the
on
top.
Facebook, it's Savage A.F. Okay, so you need 2 periods, one here and then one here. Okay,
right.
So Savage A.F. on the Facebook. Make sure you're throwing them thumbs at
Facebook. And you will feel better. But that's not the last thing before we jump into this Freestyle Monday. This is a Freestyle Monday. We're going to just talk about some of the different goofy stuff that happened, also about the holiday. But IG, very important. Instagram, very important. Make sure you do this right now. Very important. Follow, boom, at Black Pedro. Boom, boom, boom. Big, bold words. And follow at Comedian Shane. If you follow us, I will, if you inbox me through Instagram, I will send you all a crisp $100 bill photo. A photo of a crisp $100 bill.
High quality.
That's how we do on this show. We give back to the people because people give back to us.
Okay, that's a high resolution $100
Wow, wait a minute, hold up. What you say, JR? Pause about the ass smelling. I'm saying if you don't follow us and don't share us, your ass gonna be crusty with crunchy ass that was left in your ass.
Ain't no flakes, man.
Yeah, so I'm not taking it back. So take it there. Now take that. So there is no rundown on the run up, really. It's just
no, not today, man.
Not
today. We're just running our mouths.
Got back from Vegas. Had a terrific week in Vegas, Christmas week. My friend said that he was very funny. One of my friends said that he didn't like Pedro's left ear. Other than that, everything else was great. He said, "What's up with this dude's left ear?" I said, "It's man. Hey, why were you looking that close? Creepy."
I get that a lot.
All right, but no, I mean,
yeah, man. So, but it is Monday, December 26, 2022, in the time space continuum.
This is about to be last week, man.
Yeah, this is the day after Christmas. So, and this is the last week of the year. Okay. Next Monday will be in 2023, y'all. So, yeah, man. How was your? I'm gonna do a little interview with you here, Shane. How was your Christmas, brother? Did you
my Christmas?
You went to the Laugh Factory, right?
I fed the homeless. Okay?
Yes. How was that?
And then I tried to lure some of these homeless women with shelter for some pussy. Like, hey, give me some pussy, I'll give you shelter. No, I didn't do that. That's what AJ Fit just comes right in. Wow. He just comes in hot. AJ Fit, that's messed up. But no, I mean, I literally was there. I did a show for the homeless, made them laugh. I was apparently the only one. Oh, you cussed, like these homeless people who are eating food out of trash cans, worried about my language. But I ripped, and it was good to give back, and it made me feel good. It made me feel like, oh, okay, I'm doing that. Wow. I was at Walmart in Vegas. Yeah, I was buying your mom one of those sex things you hang from the roof, and you swing her up to you, and then you cock blast her, and then you swing her back. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Who wants some smoke today? Y'all start, we can get it in, bitches.
Hey, y'all know Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. I gotta check this Queen Bee. God damn it. My computer just froze again, bro.
What is going on?
Hello? Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, but this shit froze. Well, anyways, before I get cut out, Queen Bee says Pedro had on a cute onesie. No, it's a 2-piece. Okay, I got both pieces. It's an outfit.
Queen Bee just coming in talking shit.
Not a onesie.
And knows that she was at least in her past 3 lives, all those past 3 lives, all of them, not now, but her past 3 lives, she was a whore. So
wow,
the last, all of them, like
karma just coming back around.
She got reincarnated, and it was just like, damn, I'm a hoe again. And Pedro's gone again. Yeah, Queen B, you want some of this smoke? Let's go. Who wants some? Yeah, but no, we're going to talk about some of the things that's going on. But once he comes back, take one to know one. Oh, you called me, I was a hoe in the past life? You trying to say I was a whore in my past life? You know what? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I tried to dick down everything. When it was prehistoric time, I once fucked an aardvark. That's right. I fucked an aardvark. Yeah, that's right. Because aardvarks got vaginas like women. And I was a caveman. I ain't know no better. And bam, that's what happened. Here come Pedro. Pedro, I think that's Pedro. And it'd be fucked up if it was somebody else. Wow. People just going in today. Why Pedro got a terrible
Hey, brother, these are my school colors, bro. Don't even trip off that. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. Okay, go Tigers.
Okay,
see? Don't fuck with me today.
Okay, oh, man, they are fucking around, and your thing sounds a little echoey, but we gonna work through it. All right, so since we don't have a rundown on the run up, and I was telling you, my Christmas was a Christmas that I do it in Christmas, New Year's, because it makes me put things in perspective when I get a little bit too, frustrated with things. I go, wait a minute, I got both my arms. It was a motherfucker with one arm asking me for a plate of food, and then he couldn't carry it out to the taxi because they gave free taxis on Christmas for homeless people for them to get to shelters. And it really put things in perspective when you think about all the shit that you complain about, and you go, well, if you got a roof over your head, if you're eating meals, if you have the opportunity to even possibly feel like a human being sometime, they don't get that as much. So that was the cool part of my weekend. Even more than my show, because my show was with LJ Brown and the rest of those stinkers. And he fucking stunk up the joint. The host stunk up the joint. He was funny as a bag of babies that had throat cancer. The other lady, Nikki,
you predicted that.
Oh, Nikki, who turned music on me while I was headlining because she thought it was funny. She's over behind the DJ booth, turning the music on. Of course, I just kept rolling with it. And Nikki, who I feel like definitely was a man, like at least last week. Some point. Yeah. I mean, she got pussy nuts. And
wow. Okay.
And LJ came up and did a spin and a dance and had a Michael Jackson jacket on. And y'all think I'm bullshitting. Yeah, with the zippers and everything. So it was garbage all around.
That's the beat it jacket.
And I had a good set, and I killed at the Laugh Factory. It was one of my best sets in a long time because I actually stuck to my fucking guns. But I know you were killing all week. You were having great shows all week.
Yeah, it was a great run. I was definitely grateful to this holiday season, probably be a little bit more than other years. Just shit. I mean, it's been a lot this year. A lot of death. Rest in peace to Boogie B, man. You heard about that?
Yeah, Boogie B. Come here, let me stress you out. I don't know if y'all know him from that on IG, and yeah, he was it was a stray bullet that killed him from the cops having a shootout. Yeah,
at home in New Orleans, and
yeah. So you know what? Much peace to his family. Rest in peace, Boogie B. And I didn't mean to say, Queen B, you were a hoe in past lives. I meant in this life.
Well, at least she's admitting to being a high maintenance hoe.
Yeah.
So
I'm kidding with you.
But yeah, man. So with all just kind of so many dark events. Oh, what up, Cam? So many dark events this year, and it just kind of I was reflecting on that and feeling grateful. Just to be here, brother, just to be able to do it, and always feel grateful when I work.
Question for you, man. Question for you.
Yes, sir.
Right there, read it.
Oh, sorry. Did anyone get licked for Christmas? I tried my good goddamnedest, man, but I
Right? Did
came
you?
up.
So
I came up short.
you couldn't wrangle no, truck. What do you call it?
Man,
Dump trucks at the comedy
bro,
show.
I think it was on Tuesday. I ended up hanging out for a little while with like 5 bad ones, dog. But they were 5 young ladies they were celebrating their homegirl's 21st birthday, and they were anywhere from 24 to 21 years old.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. You
And
don't want that.
well, I mean, brother, I would have done it. I had no way. I had no wingman, so you can't get. It's
That's what
hard to get
happened with
one off
me
from the group.
Wednesday,
And I
but
could,
they were all married. I went with a bunch of married women, and one was single, and she wasn't about that life. And my Wednesday, that's when I was in Vegas. That's what I did Wednesday. I went to a hookah lounge, and it was off the chain.
there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, you had a shot at some five gazelles. You had a couple antelopes that you could have, but you
I
couldn't
couldn't
take
set
one
off the
down.
orgy, so it was like, oh well.
Now, what did happen? JRA NYC. I did knock down a couple of the people in the feed's aunt.
Wow.
Saturday night, yeah, a couple people's aunts. They were like, "Hey, we love you from Sarah J. And my friends are on there, and Queen B and AJ Fit." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Go take your clothes off. Quit talking to me." And,
come on, man.
all your aunts.
Get it in. Aunties.
Oh, well.
Yeah, man. I was trying to. I felt like a pimp walking through the casino with 5 lovely dips, surrounding me. My aura was lovely that night. My shine was bright, brother. You know what I'm saying? What's up, though?
And nothing happened. He went back to the room.
Hey, man, you ain't supposed to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Real pimping, you don't fuck the product. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, they were cool. It was an unsurmountable task. Like I just I couldn't get one of them away from the group. So
wow, that's what happens with.
And that sounded creepy. Like I was just snatching.
Wow, that sounds like
give it to me. But no.
Okay, that sounds.
I'm a gentleman.
That sounds like how gazelles move. It's hard to get one from the group. And JR said, tapping on those stretch marks. You damn right. They're a map to happiness. Stretch marks. So especially on a big ass. So when we jump into the show, yeah, they started it. You fucking started it. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I swear to God. Hey, you want a fresh one? You want a fresh one? I don't think so. But let's talk about what the fuck is going on in this goddamn world. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Get involved now.
Well, I mean, I hope you guys don't live in one of those areas right now which seems to be 97% of America. But for those who are in most of the country, from the north to the south to the east, not really hitting us out here in the Southwest, but these freezing temperatures and crazy snowstorms. I mean, I grew up in snow. You know what I'm saying? Like we did that in Detroit, but like, man, I saw pileups here that I've never been in. Well,
I had
actually in 1996 there was like there's a blizzard on the East Coast that was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I remember trying to get from Newark to Princeton was a bit of a challenge, bro.
Well, the snow. This is how high the snow that's how high the snow is. So if you're about 5'5", 6", it's higher than you.
Yeah, the blizzard that I was in, like the taxi and cars, they tied like these long flags to the top, like that went up above the car, so that as you approached intersections, like those were the things you could see, not cars. You know what I mean? It's like driving in these fucking snow tunnels. But man, yeah, I think they're claiming 57 people dead so far.
From
Buffalo. Yeah, bro. I mean, from power outages and the cold, accidents. Yeah, man. It's all kind of stuff. Man.
You know what though? Some people are out there saying that this is one of the worst ones they ever seen. Like snow wise, and they said global warming. Yeah, it's not real. Yes, it is. You stupid bitches. Okay, global warming's
Well,
real.
if the Earth's getting warmer, then how come it's snowing? Shine.
Makes no sense. But look here, some people having fun with it. Look here, look at this guy. Woo! In the streets of New York, just goddamn it, snowboarding. What the hell? That is what I'm talking about. Look at that guy.
He
He's
almost
having
ran
fun.
into that plow.
Yeah, he almost ran. That would have been the best thing
All
ever.
that.
But they said that it's not going to lighten up. So if you live on the East Coast and you live where the snow is, frightening.
Well, and it's not just the snow either. It is like, these places are having like negative temperatures in the teens, 20s. I was hearing wind chills of -60 in some places. I've also been through conditions like that where they're like, do not go outside, you will die. And I remember that as a teenager.
Well,
so.
Is there a way we can invite Trump out for a little bit?
Yeah. Can take him snowboarding down the street.
Take him snowboarding. I mean, right now, man, I watched him on it was Newsmax or some shit where he went off and threatened the special what's the guy's name? Smith?
The special counsel, yeah.
The special counsel's Mr. Smith. He threatened him. He said it's all a hoax. He said the election's rigged. The election was stolen. He's still saying that. This is this weekend. And he also threatened the AG. And they're going to have all this footage for the AG. Merrick, AK, I know I shouldn't be a bitch, Garland. I wonder what he's going to do with this threats. Flat out, you can't. He says, we can't stand for this. All my followers, we can't stand for this. What are you going to do about it? That type of talk. What are we going to do about a motherfucker that says stuff like that he's trying to push this agenda of violence because his dick got hard when it was January 6th. He was watching from the window going, oh. So
that was political porn for him.
Yeah, it was. He loved it. He fucking loved it. So, I know he did. So put him in the snow.
Miss Adverb is in the building. She's short, so she would be invisible in a blizzard right now. So,
she would die in this. Look at that. That's how far the snow is up, and it's still snowing. It's not like it stopped snowing. It's still getting down out there. So I hope that y'all are safe and sound. And for the people I don't like, I hope the snow buries you and kills you dead. I can't stand it.
Wow.
I really do, man. I wish death upon all the people that are evil cunts and they deserve. Okay, that was a little too much. All right, I admit
That's a lot. Yeah,
but in my mind, I really do hope bad stuff on them.
Right.
I could name about. You know what? Ty. I wish. Yeah. Because he's in. I'm gonna say his name. Fuck him.
Queen Bee says not as much as Abbott on Christmas sending those Mexicans to Kamala House.
Oh. What are we gonna do with this man? What are we gonna do with this Satan? All right.
No, she said Abbott though. That was
Was it Abbott? I said the Satan.
That's the wheelchair champ that we would love to see take a long roll up a short.
Why can't he get caught in the snow? And yeah, I mean, so now they're all doing that shit. You know what? We should send a few brothers down to their house and just a whole bunch of brothers with guns standing outside. Hey man, it's their Second Amendment right. But I do think we need to put him in a snow blizzard too.
Nigga, that's from the Wiz.
What?
I think that's from the Wiz.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well,
I think that's the tornado that took Dorothy, Diana Ross. It's not snowing in the 5 boroughs of New York. JRANYC says, but what that thermostat say though? What that thing do or don't do?
What's she saying?
So yeah, man. Be careful with the weather out there, guys.
I hope that all your enemies freeze to death.
Wow, there you go. That's what it is.
I do. I hope that all your enemies freeze to death and their car gets stuck like this. Yeah, I really do.
Speaking of enemies, man, let me hear your thoughts on this. I just heard this before we came on that the military is starting with things like West Point at the military academy, are going to stop recognizing, memorializing any like West Point graduates who became Confederates during the Civil War,
Really?
as well as taking down monuments like the Ku Klux Klan plaque that they have at West Point, that we talked about earlier
It's
this year.
still there?
Well, it's part of the process of coming down and kind of setting a new standard so that things like that never go up again. But, better late than never. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, why?
You always say that. Better late
I
than never.
mean, yeah, they're supposed to do this. So, like,
Man,
yeah, they're
fuck
doing it.
these
Like,
dudes. And fuck their moms and fuck their grandmoms. If their
I'm not sure they
grandmas
did anything.
No, if their grandma was still alive, fuck them too. If y'all got a Ku Klux Klan anywhere, if y'all got monuments that are to people that were basically going against America and democracy, then fuck your cousins. And fuck them too. I didn't mean to say to fuck your grandma. That was out of line.
That's
Because that's a
Big
little
Mama.
too much. But I'm saying, man, Big Mama, no, and fuck her too.
Not me, Mo. Not me, Mo.
No, I mean, why? How can you still, after all this time, act like you don't know it's wrong? How you going in 2022 about to go into 2023, Pedro, and say, maybe we shouldn't big up these dudes that were against America. Maybe we shouldn't big up these dudes that like the fact there's a Ku Klux Klan plaque, or the people that go, what's wrong with a few hangings? Man, what are you ugh, I hate these dudes.
So you're saying you'd rather they not do this and not start it now? It's too late.
I
might as well keep doing
they can start it, but I still don't give them props for starting it. I don't give them any. I don't know. You get no, like, that's like they were like, Mike Pence did a brave thing January 6th because he wouldn't, because that's what he had to do. He didn't have no choice. That motherfucker couldn't have did nothing else. And the same thing with these bitches. All you West Points, I know y'all train and shit. I'll fight every one of you motherfuckers. Now I'm gonna have a knife and a gun, but still, wow. I fight every one of them. I see all these people here. Every one of them's mom a whore.
Wow, I'm not sure we can confirm that.
You know what?
That might not be facts, y'all. We don't know. We'll work on identifying each and every one of those guys.
You don't think so?
And their moms. I don't know. I'm not going to go that far as to say that. Yeah, and I don't think I'm giving them props either. I'm just saying.
You kind of are.
Yeah, I know. Let's say it was better about time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, better late than never.
It's about time. The best way to give somebody. You know what I'm saying? How is it about time?
I don't feel like those are props. It is about time. Like, it's been about time. So yeah, like, yeah, do that. Yeah, do that, West Point. Go go take down the racist statues and stop bigging up Colonel Sanders.
All right, hold up. Like, people in the feed. Yeah.
Go do that.
Like, I'm gonna make noise. Do you think that these people at West Point should give any kind of credibility or props for them just getting it that you shouldn't be doing that?
Well, and I mean, you're showing pictures of the cadets, and they don't have anything to do with these decisions.
All their mothers.
Yeah, this is coming from the leaders of our military. So it's more about those people than the cadets or students, and the overall mentality of the nation itself. Which, I mean, there have been efforts nationwide to, finally take down a lot of these, racist and, Confederate monuments. And, it only makes sense. It's like, it was a civil war. The Confederates are, by definition, were against America. They were against our federation. So, those are the enemies. And they may have been cousins and brothers and whatever. But at the end of the day, that's anti-American.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I don't know. Let me know, people, what you think. I think that we should start a program and a policy that should be a law, and it's called slaptastic law. And anybody that, says or done, like, I think Kanye West should be on a slaptastic list, where somebody goes to their house, it's all legal, it's not assault, and slaps the shit out of them. I think that The
Well, you know
people
me.
at West Point that are just getting this, this is not for today. We're giving you, they'll give you a little leeway for today, but this is for all the years that you let this shit stand. Slaptastic. Kanye West, stop saying Hitler, you like Hitler, and you like Hitler, and Hitler would be your friend. Slaptastic. All
I'm
of our
actually,
exes, slaptastic.
I'm actually hoping that Kanye gets to meet some real Nazis very soon, and then he'll see what their philosophies are really all about. Because you thought they hated Jewish people,
Yeah. If you
right.
think they hated, why that sound like a murder? If you think they hated the Jews, wait till you see what happens.
Tune in this Tuesday.
Yeah, well, for Kanye West and the Nazis, the new sitcom.
It's called Hanging with the Nazis. No trees were harmed in the making of this show.
That's what's
So
wrong with
yeah,
the people that go to left. But like, what about the trees? What about the nigga's neck? Stupids. All right.
yeah.
And all your mothers are whores. All right, listen. Okay, we got people in the feed just talking shit. All right, let me see. Make sure that the individuals like Robert E. Lee are not forgotten for being who they were. I agree.
Great point. But that's about, a sort of objective education of history, right? Like, these guys did not want to be Americans anymore. You know what I mean? Like they wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
And teach it for me in that kind of way without memorializing or commemorating or creating heroes out of these people. It's like just talk about who they were and what they did and how it was anti-American.
And don't take pictures in front of big statues that basically perpetuate the bullshit. And all these cadets, I'll fight every one of you, especially the redhead. I beat shit out of you. Okay, maybe I should. Oh, that's a girl. Oh, okay. I can't fight a girl.
No, you didn't set off Miss Adverb now.
No, I would fight the dude in the middle, but I wouldn't fight the girl.
Ms. Adverb, who is our Minister of Defense, speaking of war. She says, you don't understand military history. You don't understand cultural. Kindly just be quiet. I have two brothers who graduated Citadel and a brother-in-law who graduated West Point.
And both of them's mothers is whores. Let me tell you something, Miss Adverb. You want somebody to smoke on a Monday? You got it. You started it. I want to finish. I landed on the beach. I'm finishing the mission. Okay, Miss Adverb. The fact that these institutions still big up shit like that, the fact that some of these institutions still have plaques and monuments to people who not only were slave owners and horrible human beings, they went against America. So I don't give a shit about how you say it.
Who were also slave owners and horrible human beings.
And like
the Jesus Constitution of the year was the difference.
Yeah, it's all kind of shit. And the Constitution, I wipe my ass with the Constitution. You know why? Because the Constitution is an archaic fucking document that we shouldn't even be following right now because you got to update it to the fucking realities right now. The Constitution.
Well, not the whole thing. I think you should.
The whole fucking
point out. I think you should probably point out a few specific passages that need to be changed.
The ghost that wrote the Constitution, every one of y'all has sucked my dick.
Okay. We got ghost head going on over here.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ms. Adverb. No, I mean, big up to your family members who have gone through these military academies. I think, like I was saying earlier, it's definitely not about the cadets in this point, in this scenario.
So I can't fight them. I can't.
I mean, I'm not sure you want to. I think
I can take them. Well,
one at a time, maybe, but if the whole squad jumped.
No, you know what? If I had a gun and a knife, if I had a knife gun, if I had a bayonet,
I'm sure they would too, though.
I'd fuck them up. And Miss Adverb, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call your mothers a whore because that means your mother would be a whore. And I take it back and I apologize. And if there's anything I can do to make it up to you, please send it in a letter to these nuts.
Unless Miss Adverb and her brothers, it's possible they could have a different mother. So,
okay.
In that instance, it could still your theory could apply. I'm just saying. I'm just giving scenarios here. Don't beat me over the head with the stick.
Wow, I'm still commissioned under the archaic system that protect It's your freedom. Oh, shut the fuck
out of
up.
here.
The archaic look at how police, guess what police were called? Nigger catchers. That's what the police came from. So fuck the history, fuck the past with all that bullshit, fuck all that. We're talking about presently. The Constitution and all the little fucking intricacies of the Constitution do not apply to half, if not 60, 75% of the shit that happens in this world right now. So get the fuck on with that. Because isn't it the Constitution, and correct me if I'm wrong, Pedro, was saying that we weren't all human? Was it
it was more about really the vote, to try and reduce, the impact of any black voting. So we were declared to be 3/5 of a man.
All right, okay. And what about the other bullshit of the Constitution? That's like the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. The fuck out of here.
I mean, I'm hungry,
I'm stealing.
I don't know. Well, well, I mean, then you want to just get in, but that don't mean it'd be right though. Right?
What?
If you just because you're hungry, if you stole, that doesn't make it right. I mean, it might make it necessary, but the greater problem would be to prevent people from having to steal food.
I shall not kill. What if somebody's trying to stab your moms? You got to shoot them in the face. So that's bullshit. I shall not steal. What about thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife?
Okay.
Why not? Why can't I jack off while looking out the window watching her get dressed?
All right. So, when you mix the Constitution and the Bible, you talking about the Bible now.
I'm saying I took it further. Yeah, when I'm saying the Constitution and all the bullshit in the Constitution, and they also, a lot of these right-wing cunts are all into that religious shit, and it don't mean nothing. If that's the case, we should be stoning bitches.
No, but I mean the Constitution,
according to the Bible, that fake periodical.
No. I mean, here's the thing: the Constitution is not the same as the Bible, or
it's the Bible to the White House. It's the Bible to these.
Yeah, but it's not based on. It's not based on religion, right? It is based on a democratic ideology, right? Now, no. What? Of course it is. The words themselves are. What you're talking about is the application of it, the way it's been applied.
Okay, well, then
right? It's never lived up to the actual words of the Constitution, especially absolutely for Black people, women, and other people of color. You know what I mean? So the Constitution itself, probably needs some updating in some places. I'm not a constitutional expert, but as it is laid out, most of the Constitution is solid, man. It's just the way it's been applied, or lack thereof application. Then
recently they just passed a bill so they could basically make it coup proof. So anybody that tries a coup, coup proof. So they're trying. I said coup proof, which means you can't get into a coupe.
You got sedans only, y'all.
Yeah, only sedans. But no, I'm saying
pimping is limited.
I'm sorry, you bitches, you can't get in here. It's the rules. I'm just saying, and Miss Abram, I'm fucking with you. If you're down for that type of shit, it's okay, because you know what? I am not against stupid people roaming the earth. Okay, and if you're one of them, I just want to fuck with. I gotta fuck with her.
Now see.
Hold up. That's in the Constitution.
Right. She says, let's start with all men are created equal. Well, in its base theory, that's the ideal behind that, is that we would all be treated the same. Now, it obviously wasn't applied that way. We know that. But the statement itself is true. I mean, all men are created equal, right? In the sense that, some people are faster, taller, stronger, whatever. But that's not what we're talking about, right? We're talking about that we all have a basic humanity that must be observed and should be, upheld and mutual among us all, right? That you're not better than me. I'm not better than you.
Queen Bee says Black males were the property of saltines, just like Black females. Okay.
Well, I mean, we know this, guys. That's not what we're talking about.
That's given.
What we're saying, what I was saying to you, saying about your statements on the Constitution, was that the Constitution is good.
No,
the white men who created it were not. So they weren't. So they never lived up to the words that they wrote. Right? They weren't honest, but the words are. right? Like if we actually followed the Constitution and applied it, it would work out much better for, right? Black people wouldn't have been left out of the, Federal Housing Act, right? Like we we wouldn't have been slaves.
Okay, what about
We would have been
okay,
given 40 acres and a mule.
okay,
Reparations would have been, you know what I mean? Like, but we don't apply the
okay,
Constitution
because it's not applied, that's what I'm
properly.
saying. Make it properly apply if you're going to follow it as a document. Make it properly apply where there's no gray area.
That's not the document's fault,
Yeah,
right?
but
Like,
they should. It's the
so the
people.
document isn't flawed. It's the
No,
people.
it's the people that follow the document to the letter, just like people follow the Bible. Again, the reason I brought the Bible
No,
is
no, but you're saying the opposite
I should
thing.
be stoning half you bitches.
But they did not. But America has not followed the Constitution to the letter. It hasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, if America ever began to actually follow the Constitution by the letter, we would have all of these things that we talk about: equality, humanity, a fair distribution of wealth. You know what I mean? Like,
but racist people wrote the Constitution, and they're all quacks.
Right.
They're all.
Now I can't argue with this. JRANYC says the Constitution is the original gaslighting. Absolutely, because it's like somebody saying I love you and then going and doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean? In front of your face, behind your back. That's the frustrating part, is that the words are true, and if they were followed, and life would have been great. But them not being followed in that way,
and it should be amended where it absolutely has to be followed. Where you put an amendment, and so be if they still not follow this, then you get your ass kicked. Something like that. I don't know if my wording was perfect, but you know what I meant. Thou shall get your ass stomped if you do not follow this in the Constitution, and you will be rectally blasted with a broom if you don't.
Wow. A broom blasting. But yeah, man.
I think it's bullshit. But aside from that, and the fact that nobody in the White House, Democrat or Republican, really give a fuck about the Constitution, really, because they're not following it. Just like religious people say, "Oh, I follow the Bible." No, you don't. You interpret the Bible so you could have your little way. That's why religious people would find justification for doing heinous shit.
I mean, I see what you mean by the Bible Constitution comparison, but I'm kind of not there with that. Like, they're totally different. Because they're totally different sort of documents. Yeah.
No, they're not. How are they not different documents? Okay, the Bible is.
The Bible is a collection of stories that you're supposed to learn.
It's a collection of stories.
The Constitution is not that.
No, the Constitution. What the correlation between the Constitution and the Bible, I'm saying, is the people that misinterpret it and don't follow it the way it's really supposed to be. That's what I mean. And even if you did follow the Bible, again, there would be stonings, there'd be beheadings. I'd have to kill my brother. I saw this clip from I forget some show, and basically the dude said, "Okay, so you think that gay people shouldn't exist in this world?" And she said, "I'm just following the Bible." Well, if that's the case, you should kill people for planting food that is different from other food next to each other. Because in the Bible, they said that's penalty of death. A lot of the bullshit that's in there, they interpret it a certain way. And I think the Constitution is exactly that. They go, hey, this is the way I see it, and I'm going to go against what it is.
Right, but that's not the Constitution's fault, right? Like the Bible says ridiculous things. For the most part, the Constitution does not. Maybe the right to bear arms we could argue about now or whatever, you know what I mean? Especially given the way our society is. But, other than that, like I said, I'm not a constitutional expert. I can't tell you every fucking amendment, but, most of it is the intent is righteous, right? The words are righteous. It's the people, the white men predominantly, who have abused it, who have not lived by the Constitution. That's the problem. It's not the document. It's the way it was applied. And then that's my opinion.
And by the way, White T. Johnson, I've never heard Rectal Blast by Onyx. But I will look for it now. Okay, and somebody said that Trump, the reason that these followers, the 36% of people that follow Trump, and I think it's fallen to 34, Last time I looked at something online. I mean, his support, Pedro, is starting to decrease, but it's still high enough where he could win the primary and go head to head with Methuselah, aka Biden.
We saw that wwhen last time Biden kicked his ass.
No, Biden kicked his ass. But what I'm saying is, people are ageist, and because Biden is so old right now, and he's starting to show it, I think that
Trump is no younger.
I mean,
Trump is just a little bit younger.
Perceive Trump is younger, and he's not. Trump is in his 80s, ain't he? 80,
Man,
80, 84, 87,
MAGA candidates were not successful in 2022.
Here we go with this shit again.
They weren't.
They were.
I don't know what you.
The people
the
that
candidates.
No.
Okay, still in is different than candidates. They weren't running, Shane. I'm talking about. I'm talking about the voter. That doesn't. Dog. We're talking about progress and moving forward. So moving forward, this election informs us that Republicans aren't going for MAGA candidates anymore. Forget about the ones who are in. We're talking about the candidates, the major candidates who lost, and that is a telltale sign that that voter base isn't there. It wasn't there in Pennsylvania. They got no Oz. They didn't get Mastriano. Like Arizona, they did not get Lake. The votes weren't there for these people. Even if they were close, it just didn't happen. So, and that's people aren't.
Okay, well, since we
not enough people went for it for them to win.
So again, even though I told you right now, everybody in the feed owes me $22,000. I know the money's jumped up, but God damn it, I was right. Trump is still not in jail. None of his boys is in jail. The only one that went to jail temporarily was his lawyer, General Flynn, who was pardoned, I guess, who was guilty as fuck, and we know he was guilty. None of his people are getting any kind of accountability for this shit. So, because somebody in the feed said it. And if Trump is 76 years old and he's 4 years younger, he ain't wearing it well. Have you seen that motherfucker without makeup? He looked like a whole bunch of dough that you just slammed on the floor. It is garbage. All right? Yes, in Shang Bucks, AJ Fit. What you think I meant? No, I mean in real green dollars. You know,
we have a numbers problem there, a math problem. As Adverb is saying, you owe everyone $23 billion. So
okay, I think that you're out of line, Mr.
So I think he'd still be in a deficit.
No, you owe me because what did I say? Nobody wants to listen to the goofy, pudgy, round-faced, goofy goofball Shang. They won't listen to him. And I said that Trump is not going to have nothing happen to him. Pedro sat over there with his Princeton education and said he's going to be indicted. And I disagree because nothing's happened. And Merrick Garland's too much of a bitch, punk motherfucker to really.
They already have a special counsel on it.
But the special counsel, even though he looks like evil incarnate, he ain't gonna do shit either.
I think you're just saying
4 counts.
I don't know what it's based on.
Congress gave 4 counts. They could have easily gave 10 counts. What about the emolument clause that he making money off the fucking White House? Why couldn't they get him for that? And
they obviously didn't have the evidence of that. I don't think they have the evidence.
Oh man, they see. It's like
I'm not saying it's not happening. It's about what they can prove, Shane. So they brought charges based on what they believe they can prove, and we saw the evidence. We saw the way it was laid out. So I mean, it's happening. I admit it's not happening fast enough for most of us, but that's life, bro. Like
AJ Phil, who you say was wrong? Who you say was wrong? Who can't bet on me, man? Trump is not in jail. None of his boys, Giuliani, not in jail. They're at Mar-a-Lago playing golf. Okay, what are you talking about? They're still out.
Right now.
They're out eating freedom food because they're free.
Right now. Well,
how long does it fucking take? God damn it! 7.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different bet. I don't know when it's going to happen, but the cases are building. We saw what
Pedro, you'd be in jail.
We saw what a congressional committee did. Committee did.
Yeah, but you'd be in jail in 3 days if you did.
And not if I was president.
What?
No.
Oh, come on.
They're trying to get the most power. They're They're trying to get the most powerful guy in the world. Yes, you can snatch niggas off the street. You can snatch niggas off the street all day.
Okay,
this is a former president of the United States, so we have to recognize that.
No. What's his name? What's his name again? Oh yeah, Obama. And somebody in the feed said if Obama would have taken top secret documents to his house and just said, "Hey, they're in there, and I want them back because I said so because I'm president." They would have flogged, and they haven't flogged nobody in forever. They would have flogged Obama.
I mean, I know we like to think hyperbolically like that. I'm not, that that's so speculative. It doesn't even, Obama wouldn't do that, and if Obama did that, he would deserve whatever he got. Like,
But why hasn't Trump gone to jail? Okay, listen. Okay. They fuck you at the drive-thru.
Listen, they played the game of, okay, Mr. President, you got to get the documents back. And he's like, oh, what documents? And it's like, the ones in your hand. And then he's like, oh, these? Oh, I didn't even know you wanted these back. Right. And then they got them back eventually. And then it was like, oh, wait, there's some other ones that you're supposed to give. So there was this game of giving him the benefit of the doubt and the respect of the office, right? Like, most likely, but it's also a very unprecedented event. Unprecedented.
You know what else?
With like most presidents have not done this, so
I hear you.
They're like, okay.
Okay, what about his tax returns? Where he said he flat out lied and said, "I'm being audited." And guess what? The IRS with they punk ass, okay, they never fucking audited him. Even now,
right? So they've just discovered that recently, and now they're looking into that as to why the IRS didn't audit him.
Yeah,
so it's like as it comes. I mean, dog, as it comes to light, then you expect action, right? But like without evidence of these things, it's different for us to sit back here and be like, I see this nigga doing it. We know what he's doing. Yeah. But in a fucking court, that's not how it works. Like, you can't go into a court and be like, Your Honor, you can't see, Judge, you can't see that this nigga right here.
Hold up. Like Georgia, we heard him. With Georgia, we heard him say, I want 11,000 such and such votes and try to pressure him down there.
You don't, but you don't go arrest. You can't go arrest a man.
Yes, you can.
Shane, you don't go arrest. Okay. Neither of us went to law school, my nigga, but neither. Okay. So, I mean, the reality is, right, like there's an investigation into that. Fonnie Willis is on that, my nigga. Like, what do you want her to do? Just walk in there with a cell phone in the air and be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do you hear this shit? Do you hear this dude?
Yes, I would.
Straight up. Like, no, like, Listen, I'm pretty sure that court proceedings are a little bit more formal than that.
All y'all owe me $24,000 now because I'm going to bet by 2023, which is coming up on our ass very quickly, that none of these, and I'm putting it out in the air today. What's today again? Monday. What is it? Monday, December 26th. I put it out that Trump will not be in jail, will not be indicted by the end of January.
Nigga, nobody expects that. I don't even think this. Anyways, he won't be. I'm willing to make a real prediction that he will not be eligible.
Trying to fuck my money up, man, because I'm just I'm trying to hedge the bet to make it fucked up for everybody in the feed. Got to make it that way.
Yeah, no, I do not think that Trumpy Dumpty will be eligible to run for office in 2024.
He's already
or ever again.
So
and we're talking about 2 years.
You heard it here on Savage AF. This is another situation where Pedro is mostly right, but definitely wrong in this situation. And I want y'all to let him know that he's already running for office, and they're going to let him slide like crackers do with crackers. That's why crackers can get arrested and have a whole bunch of cocaine, and they don't get the same time as if Pedro got arrested with a whole bunch of cocaine. It's a double standard. These crackers are letting this head orange cracker get off. That is it. And you know it. They letting him get off. There's no way some of that.
I'm not even going to get in.
And all you white people out there, all you snow heathens, you milk monkeys out there that are actually supporting this bitch through all of this fuckery that he did with all his taxes, is tax evasion and corruption and horrible shit and the xenophobia and racism. And all of y'all can be pelted with penises too.
Penis pelting. Now, maybe on a later date because I have to wrap this up. But
I know.
Yeah, you basically did also call Letitia James and Fonnie Willis crackers, because it's not just white people who would have the ability to let him slide, but like there are black women on his ass. You know what I'm saying?
If these black women
they are righteous.
You know what? Then you know what? Throw them into power with Candace Owens.
Okay.
Who is paid by the right wing. Candace Owens is paid by the right wing to constantly disrespect black men and black women too, but black men. She says some right shit that's on point, but most of this shit is always negative towards black men, as though white men haven't done the most heinous shit, not only in America, but across the globe. Again, can we bring up the Jews? I shall. You know why I bring up the Jews? Look at the shit they went through with another white race. Sorry, they were white too. The Nazis, Hitler, all that shit. Look at the fuckery they did to them. Look at the fuckery they did to the Jews. And look at the fuckery America's done to black people. They used to hang niggas up, cut their balls off, and have a picnic. They used to throw black babies in with alligators to watch them, to get the alligators to come to the edge of the water. So the alligators would eat the babies. So there ain't shit you could say to me about how they do that. And you've seen them doing that, Pedro. We got double standard with us. Pedro, and I'm gonna say this to Pedro. Pedro's funny.
I'm not sure where you're at anymore in the argument.
No.
Because you brought in a lot of stuff that's
I said crackers are letting crackers get away with cracker shit. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought that into it.
But he's not. They're all building cases against Trump.
They're building cases against Trump, but he should have been in jail. He should have been impeached, but a bunch of crackers let him slide.
He was impeached. He wasn't
impeached. He wasn't.
You called him twice. Those are two different things. He was impeached. He was impeached twice. Okay, that's on the Republicans though. Strictly, right. That's strictly on the Republican-led Senate.
It's crackers doing cracker shit, and most of the Republicans are crackers.
But Republicans, yeah, but Republicans aren't in charge of these things. Merrick
Garland's a down low cracker. He's a subpart.
It's not. He doesn't look like the strongest, flashiest guy, but ultimately, the work is being done. Like stuff is happening, and you keep acting like nothing is going on, and I'm like, no, things are in the work. Okay. Things are in the works.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like things are happening.
What's your optimist fucking sunny lookout?
That's not even optimism. That's just facts, my nigga. That's not that. I'm not even happy. It's just
they doing work.
Things are happening.
I'm sick of when my cousin get to go to jail and they don't, and they go right to jail, bam, boom, bam, and for the same corruption as they're doing right now, and they're saying that no man's above the law. That motherfucker feel like he above the law, and Trump's getting away with it, and Biden's sitting there because he's old and he's shooting at imaginary ducks. And I'm just telling you right now, Trump is reveling in this shit right now.
I think he's shitting himself. I think, man, honestly, you're complaining about the way that the snow is being shoveled, and not recognizing that it is being shoveled, just not the way.
Goddamn right.
Okay, that don't mean nothing. The snow is still being shoveled, though, right? Yeah. So we get it. And like I said, we all would have.
So you said.
We all would have loved to seen Trump in jail by now because he deserves to be in jail. But. They couldn't get him. They couldn't, he wasn't going to be jailed for the things he was impeached for anyway, but we wanted him kicked out of office, right? Didn't happen because, the Senate was still fucking, all of that, the Senate, but then after that, the Senate flipped, right? The House flipped and the White House flipped, right? So if there was a change in America, and even if it wasn't like he lost supporters, he gained enemies. Right, more Democrats came out to vote historically than ever before. So it either way, his tactics are backfiring, and it's ultimately catching up to him. I believe. You know what I mean? It's a long process. Again, I'm gonna assess. He was the most powerful man in the world,
Pedro,
and that's not somebody that you just run up on with handcuffs one day because you saw a video or heard a phone call. Pedro, right? Like you're gonna have to build.
I'm gonna bet Pedro I'm gonna bet Pedro $10,000 photo right now, and I think Trump should have been in jail, and his anal pastor should have had an avalanche of penises.
No,
Like
well,
one
if you stay
penis
patient
at the top of the thing, and then it starts a whole roll of penises, and it should all be funneled right into his anal cuckhole.
I'm sure if you be patient, man,
There will be a
get
penis avalanche.
you will get to watch this porn that you seem so desperate to see. Yeah, no, you'll get to see it, bro. It's gonna happen. Hey, that being said, man, Savage AF, I gotta get the hell out of here.
You gotta get the hell out of here. But
we'll be back at y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
You know what it is.
Fuck subscribe. We shall see you then. Thank you. You got to give a shout out to Vegas. Thank you, Vegas, for when I was there. Thank you, Vegas, for going to see Pedro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to get up out of here. And also, this weekend, I will be doing the Shindig. I'll be at the Shindig at the Roosevelt, the Cinegrill Theater. These are the comics, Tom Arnold, a couple other stinkers. And,
there you go.
Oh, they're all funny. It's a funny show. I was fucking around. December 30th. It'll be at 7 p.m. in Hollywood. And I got some more shows coming up. I'll let you know about it. Boom.
That's what it is, y'all. All right, man. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, keep your finger out your fucking nose, all right? Damn COVID monkeys.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me.